What if the most powerful thing you could do to a narcissist was nothing at all? What if silence, your silence, was the one thing and one thing only that could unravel the narcissist? Because when you stop giving a narcissist your attention, you are not just ignoring them, but you are cutting off their lifeline. But that simple act, ignoring them, can unleash something dark. Stay with me, because what happens next might shock you. To understand why ignoring a narcissist is so powerful, you have to understand what a narcissist craves the most. And the answer is your supply, your attention, your energy, your time, your anger, your fear. It doesn't matter if it's something positive or negative, as long as you put them in the center of your world and you keep feeding them with your supply. When you ignore the narcissist, you are saying you no longer control how I feel, and that hit them hard. Worse than any argument you could ever have with the narcissist. They start to panic, their ego gets hit, and they would do anything in their power to have that supply back. They might text you something like, "Hey, what's wrong? Why aren't you answering me?" They might feel confused, then concerned, and the next step is anger. Because ignoring a narcissist doesn't only silence them, but it shows how much fragile they are. Here is what happens when you start ignoring a narcissist. The first step is hovering. They want to suck you back into their lives like a vacuum. Expect texts, phone calls, apologies, sentences like, "I miss you and I can't stop thinking about you," but that it's all manipulation and that it's all a huge lie. And believe me when I tell you this, because I've been there, done that. And at the beginning I didn't know anything about narcissism, at least not as much as I know now. And I thought that after he have done everything he wanted to me, he was coming back after just 2 weeks of no contact, saying exactly those sentences: "I miss you and I can't stop thinking about you." And to me it sounded so real, because they know how to act. They know what to say, how to say it, and when to say it. What happens after the hoovering? There is step number 2, and usually if you don't fall for the hoovering, they will start to talk bad about you behind your back. They would start to twist the story, saying that you were the toxic one, you were the cold one, you were the crazy one. Of course, it's always someone else's fault. It's never them. They are always perfect in their story. But you know this is not the truth. It's just their way to manipulate the reality. It's just their way to have control. Step number 3, if you didn't fall for stage 1 and stage 2, then they might get very angry and start to insult you publicly. But stay calm, because every angry word that they say, it's a proof that whatever you are doing, it's right, and it's a proof that you are not falling for them anymore. So at this point something shifts, and if you didn't fall for the other stages, then they will understand that you are not falling for them anymore, and they will search for a new supply. And this will happen right away. very quickly. And at that point, you will finally realize that they were never in love with you. They were always in love with themselves and always trying to find someone that validates them. So in the moment you sat back, they don't have any problems to go and search for another one. But this shows who they are, and it says nothing about you. What they don't want you to know is that your silence is not weakness, but in contrary, it's power, it's freedom, and you can finally move on and focus on you and your healing and your well-being, because they never took care of that. I understand you. Ignoring a narcissist takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength, but you have both. Just be sure you are doing some stuff. Keep going, no contact. The least is better. Expect the storm. When you know what's coming next, you are more strong and you are not in shock. So expect everything that I said before to happen. Surround yourself with friends, family, supportive community. You are never alone. You can always find someone that wants to be there for you and wants to be by your side. Heal. Don't just escape. The goal here isn't revenge, but it's recovering. It's healing. Ignoring a narcissist is not about punishing them, but it's about saving yourself. It's about healing yourself. So, if you have ever wondered if ignoring a narcissist would actually work, then the answer is yes. But definitely not because it changes them. They're not capable of changing, but because it frees you.